A cobertura do Cannes Lions deste ano tem o apoio do Itaú, suas escolhas, isso muda o mundo. Sapien Nitro, criando histórias para um mundo sempre conectado.
Looking for was the highest intersection of creativity and effectiveness. A way to simply think about that is work that creatives wanted to say was theirs and was a high standard of creativity, and at the same time work that strategists or data people who are responsible for the results want to say is the highest form of effectiveness. And if you can find that, and we believe we did in Volvo, then you get a Creative Effectiveness Grand Prix. There were only 4 pro bono entries onto the short list. Bold Cartoons was silver and Bentley was bronze. It was fantastic work. It's breathtaking work. It's behavioral changing, it's societally impacting. I think one of our biggest challenges was the metrics on those tend to be a little softer than harder, and we as a jury are briefed around hard evidence of effectiveness. And so on the nonprofits, it's a little harder. One of our recommendations coming out of the jury experience is going to be to perhaps give the pro bono work its own stream and its own channel so that it doesn't have to compete against something that has a hard metric. We know nonprofits can't afford brand tracking and things like that. So, you know, we have to give it its own channel.
We set 3 very strict criteria, and we saw this really as our opportunity to define public relations today because it has evolved so dramatically, even over the last 7 years that PR has been at Cannes Lions. The PR Lions is only 7 years old, and in fact it coincides with a big evolution of the industry, and I would argue that Cannes has actually accelerated that evolution, especially when it comes to creativity and embracing paid and analytics and the entire domain, you know, at our disposal. Number 2, earn trust through authenticity. It was PR by design. That means PR deliberately prioritized in the strategic planning process, not just as an outcome, not just as a consequence. That was a big differentiator. And then number 3, change. Changing conversations, changing minds, changing lives, changing societies, changing laws. There had to be some kind of significant and lasting impact that had staying power from the campaign. So through that filter, there were many that met that criteria, but there was no campaign that did it further, faster, bigger, longer than Like a Girl. And I mean it when I said, through that campaign is that the next generation will think Like a Girl of nothing more than something you should be really proud of. This is a huge responsibility for the creative community because it's not anymore just about the big idea. It's about the big idea that makes a difference in the world. Brazil is extremely well represented in the PR Lions, but also there's a very good representation on our jury. Brazil just keeps building strength on strength on strength. It is amazing. I wish I could bottle that and use that in a lot of other markets as well. It was very impressive.
Brasil siempre ha sido un mercado muy fuerte en gráfica. Es su gran fortaleza histórica. Entonces, indudablemente, outdoor es un medio, es una categoría donde la gráfica tiene un valor importante. Lo que viene pasando ahora es que también el rango de outdoor cambia. Como les decía ahorita, de ser el formato más viejo de la comunicación del mundo, hoy se está volviendo uno de los formatos más nuevos de la categoría. ¿Por qué? Porque abre el espectro a tecnología y a innovación. Entonces el trabajo gráfico es un pedazo del rango. Sigue habiendo gran gráfica y en esa Brasil es muy fuerte, pero ya se empieza a abrir un tema muy importante de tecnología, innovación y digital, que si te quedas solo en gráfica, empiezas a quedarte sin oportunidades, pequeño. Y eso es muy importante. Mira, el Grand Prix fue un trabajo increíble porque para mí el Grand Prix, que es Apple, el World Gallery, es una de esas campañas que no solamente es una linda campaña publicitaria, sino es un game changer. Y eso va a generar unos cambios de comportamiento humano. de la industria. Y eso es pertenecer a un jurado que vota, por eso me siento emocionado históricamente. Entonces te diría que esa campaña no la elegimos nosotros, esa campaña nos eligió a nosotros, porque básicamente fue un embracement gigante y tiene un poder de comportamiento humano como pocas pueden tener, ¿no? No se queda en el área de comunicación, se queda entra al área del cambio de comportamiento humano.
It was unanimous. There were 10 goals. I think half were NGOs and therefore they're not applicable for the Grand Prix. So it was 5, so it was the shortish debate because there are only 5 you're debating. And that one was unanimous. Yeah, people felt that it combined both a corporate ambition and a charitable cause, that it had technology, that it had media rigor, that it had results, that it was adaptable. So all the things that we were looking for from a kind of media Grand Prix. I was noticing that a lot of integrated good work was coming out of Brazil. Brazil came out as 2 interesting countries doing some interesting integrated work.